Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now, and topping the list for us, Election Day in our area across Tennessee and in more than a dozen states. We're previewing some of the races and what we've seen at the polls today. On the ballots, a mixed bag, if you will. Primaries for the U.S. presidential race mixed in with county primaries in races ranging from property assessor to county commissions to school boards. There's an hour left until the polls close, and our team coverage continues tonight with WAT 6 on your side reporter Don Dare joining us live now from Cedar Bluff. Don?
Well, Bo, here at Cedar Bluff Middle School, the voting has really picked up over the last 2 hours. The tables behind me where you're writing your ballot is really busy at this hour. And you know, one of the most hotly contested Republican primary races is that of the Knox County Law Director. We have the incumbent, David Buke, who's been in office since 2024, and his young challenger, Daniel Herrera, who's been campaigning vigorously over the last 4 to 5 months. We talked with both men earlier today. What would you do differently that the present law director isn't doing?
So I think if you look at the school board members, right, there's been a huge loss in leadership when it comes to the law director, especially when it comes down to ADA or Americans with Disability Act litigation and attorneys. I think we need to have an attorney that is specifically for the school board, someone who understands ADA law, understands education law. I do want to hire counsel in that, and what I want to do is invite the school board chair and the chairwoman to be a part of that hiring process to ensure that they get an attorney that is best for them.
There was this thing about, oh yeah, let's get outside counsel because you're not smart enough and your attorneys aren't smart enough to deal with it.
And you have faith in your attorneys that they can get the job done?
Absolutely, and they have done that. They have done that. Very tough cases, they've done that.
I guess your opponent says he disagrees with that, right?
Yeah, well, he'd have to because he has no experience, so he'd have to get outside counsel.
And David Buke says he has over 40 years of experience practicing law in Knoxville, and prior to that, taking office 4 years ago, he was the deputy county law director for 8 years. Now, Mr. Herrera says he has a lot of experience as a private attorney in Knoxville, that he's appeared before over 500 court cases, and he has his own law office with several attorneys working for him. Now, the winner of tonight's primary will face the Democrat in August the 1st, and he is Jackson Fenner, who is running unopposed. Bo, back to you.
Don, thank you very much. Our next big Election Day story for you, hearing from you, the voters. Our crews, well, describing turnout around Knox County as slow but steady today. Now, we don't have exact numbers on how many people have showed up so far, but those running campaigns say it's likely in the hundreds. We spoke with one concerned Hall citizen earlier today who feels more people should get out and let their voices be heard.
I think it's a patriotic thing to do is to vote. If you want to have a voice in America, if you don't want to vote, you shouldn't gripe or complain about what's happening. It's once every 4 years for the president's race. You know, like I say, if it's an inconvenience and you don't want to get out and put your voice in, don't gripe about what happens or the way the country's run.
Well, our next big 7 story for you, a race for Knox County School Board. Even though it's a primary, it's likely to have a huge impact. We're talking about the District 8 School Board seat and the Republican primary vote with Tommy Lakins and Travis Wright on the ballot. The seat is opening up after school board member Mike McMillan died in January. Both candidates are from the Gibbs area, and both are eager to serve their community after many months of working, putting together their respective campaigns, calling today the culmination of all that effort.
It's the culmination of a lot of hard work, and we've had kind of a short few weeks to do it, and I'm just glad to be here, glad that, you know, today's the big day.
This is a collaborative effort. You can't be on the board and be just a person that no one ever sees. You need to be out there talking, assisting, and doing.
Now, another big story is the big Republican field for one county commission race with 5 Republicans on the ballot. That's more candidates than any other Knox County Commission race this year. District 5 includes Farragut and the Concord and Choteau communities. The field, Brad Hall, Angela Russell, Tony Scott, plus Dale Skidmore and Brian Walker. Whoever wins today's Republican primary will face Arthur Moore in the general election. He is the only person, by the way, running for this seat as a Democrat. Now, the 5th district seat has been held by a Republican for the past 8 years. John Schoonmaker, the current commissioner, has already served 2 terms and cannot run again. All right, so let's run through more races for you. The District 8 County Commission race features 3 Republicans on the ballot. Incumbent Richie Beeler decided not to run for re-election. So we have former Knoxville Fire spokesperson DJ Corcoran going up against Kara Daly and Adam Thompson. District 8, we should mention, is Knox County's largest in just sheer size. We're talking it's covering Gibbs, Corryton, and Midway communities, as well as Mascot and Carter. And with those big, somewhat still rural areas, balancing development with protecting the character of the community and the infrastructure it can support has been a key to this race. And we need to point out here, the winner of that Republican primary would go on to face Democrat Daniel Green in the August general election. Green is running unopposed on the Democratic primary ballot. And then there's District 6, covering Hardin Valley and Karnes. Terry Hill is the current commission chair and a former school board member. She spent 30 years in the social work field. She's going up against Julie McBee Fritz. Here again, we're seeing that trend of development questions motivating people to become politically active. McBee Fritz is one of the homeowners we noticed pushing back 2 years ago in the debate over the Belltown development. And again, the District 8 County Commission race will not be decided tonight. Democrat Charles Chandler faces no opponent in his primary race, setting up now the August general election matchup with the top vote getter on the Republican side. Of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on those races for you. And remember, there's less than an hour left now in the voting. A reminder, ABC will have special coverage for you, breaking down the presidential preference results across the nation. That starts at 10 o'clock. And then make sure to join us right here at 11 o'clock as we break down the local election results for you as your local election headquarters. Next on our Big 7 list for you tonight, there is a survey going around on social media sharing concerns about free parking options disappearing in downtown Knoxville. You may have seen someone posting about it on Facebook. The survey claims that Knoxville's recent parking study is threatening the future of free parking. So we took their concerns to city leaders. Now, they reassure us that this survey going around is not run by the city. In response to concerns, a spokesperson for the city of Knoxville tells us the parking study in the fall was looking really into everything from affordability, convenience, and parking options, not eliminating free options. We should note the consultants hired by the city have not shared the findings from that study just yet. And of course, we're going to let you know if and when changes are on the way for downtown parking.